Start.
Hi, Cornella. How are you doing today? My name is Miss Tilla, and I'll be your therapist. You requested an appointment with me. I just want to start off by saying that everything you say in this meeting will be confidential. I will not say anything to anyone unless you want me to. Is it
Okay.
okay if I call you Q?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay.
So I came today. Thank you for letting me know that our meetings are gonna be private. I feel comfortable to open up to you. So I've just been in a little pickle. I've just been thinking of trying to locate my birth parents. It's been something that I've always thought about, like growing up, but like now I've like finally found the urge. I've been thinking of going that route and actually locating them. So I just kind of came to you because I kind of needed some advice about how to go about it.
So, what makes you want to find your birth parents? Is it something that you're looking for? Are you looking for answers, closure?
I think just a little bit of everything, honestly. Like I've just been growing up, I've always just kind of felt that sense of like, I don't know much about my history growing up and my birth parents, and like it just kind of made me wonder and just crave that, especially just growing up. I'm around in school, I'm around people who are with their birth parents every day. They know like pretty much everything about their parents, and me, I don't know nothing. And I just kind of just have the urge to want to find them.
So, you just want to know a little bit more about your history, your upbringing, your ancestry, basically.
Yeah, and I do want that bond too.
How did your adoptive parents feel about this? I know you've been adopted since you were about 4, right?
Yeah, I've been adopted. They are okay with it. At first they were like a little confused to why I did want to reach out to them and like look for them, but then they got to understanding it and they're supportive of it. I think my mom is probably taking it a little bit more harder than my dad, but that's pretty much.
Have you thought about any negative consequences about finding your birth parents?
I actually haven't thought about that because I don't know what to expect. I don't know much about them, so I haven't thought about like the negative or what, if it could go bad or not because I don't really know much history or anything about them at all. I wish I did.
Okay. So, how do you plan on finding them? Like, what route do you plan on taking in order to find them?
Mm, I don't know. I could probably. I was thinking of starting off at the agency first. They adopted me, so I was gonna reach out to them, but I kind of wanted to come to you because if you could be of some assistance and reach out to them for me or help me locate them or just give me some advice towards that if you're comfortable doing that or if you could do it.
I'm always happy to help. I probably can help, but there's no guarantee that you will find them or that I can help you locate them. But I'm always willing to give a helping hand. But I just want to make sure that you take into consideration what may come with finding them, the good, the bad, the ugly. Like I want you to be aware that it may not be what you think it may be.
Mm, I didn't think about it like that. Now
Okay.
you have me thinking.
Have you have you spoken to your like have you and your adoptive parents sat down and spoke about this together?
um they just really know that I have the urge to do it, but I haven't spoken to them if they know them, or we haven't really gone much into depth about it. It was just like at first it was upset, and then it was like, okay, well, you know what, you can do what you want.
I think you guys should maybe come in all together and we should all have that conversation together. I think it's definitely something that they should be included in because they are still your parents right now, or the
Hmm.
only parents that you know. And I just don't want you finding your birth parents to affect you in any kind of way or influence the way that you're living. You've been doing great, you've been doing good, and I don't want you to backtrack because of anything that they may or may not do.
Oh, okay. All right, that sounds like a plan. I'll look into reaching out to my mom and my dad, and we could schedule a session.
Okay,
Thank
that
you so
sounds good.
much.
No problem.
This session really brought me more awareness and got me thinking, so I appreciate it.
No problem. I'll see you next week.
Okay, is Camille. I am your therapist for today. I'm so happy you chose me for your session. And I just want to let you know before we get started into talking, I just want to give you a brief description and let you know that whatever you do say in this conversation is confidential, and whatever you provide me with, it stays just only between us and it doesn't leave outside this room, okay? So I just want to let you know this is a safe space, okay? All right, and I just wanted to know, is it okay if I call you Q for a nickname?
Yes, he was fine. And it's nice to meet you.
All right. So what brought you here today?
So I've recently been thinking about finding my birth parents. I've known I was adopted since I was little. I was adopted at age 4, and I have wonderful foster parents. They're good people. They have good morals. I love them. They're basically my parents. But there's something in me that just wants to find my birth parents, my real parents.
Okay. Well, for one, I want to thank you for trusting me with that information. It is a really tough topic, and I do understand the urge for you wanting to seek out your birth parents. I myself too am adopted. So I know where that kind of sense of knowing and wanting to know why, the why comes from, and wanting to seek out who your parents are. I just wanted to ask you, when did this come about? Like, when did you start knowing that you wanted to do that?
Once I got to high school, I think in
Okay.
high school I was used to everyone like just being around their parents, the daddy daughter dances, the parents sending them out to prom and homecoming. And I don't know anyone that's adopted. You're actually the first person that I've ever met that is going through the same thing as me. All of my friends have like their birth parents, their so I was that's what I was brought up around, everybody having their birth parents. And I've always just wanted it about mine.
Mhm. Did your parents do that stuff with you? Do your adopted parents? My question would be that is that did they do those stuff with you during your upbringing? Since you said you were adopted at 4, from the age of 4, um, did they do those daddy daughter dances? Did they do the coming to the school and, being active, a PTA mom? Like, how was your dynamic growing up?
My parents worked a lot. They were always at work. They did try their best to make it, but sometimes it wasn't always guaranteed.
Okay.
Another thing is there's a cultural difference between me and my parents. I'm Black and they are of Asian descent. So I feel like there's also like just a culture thing that kind of pulls me away a little bit.
I could definitely see now that you brought that up, the culture difference, and also talking about how your upbringing was and wanting to know the why. I could see the disconnect and why you do want to seek out your parents, your birth parents. I definitely do think you should reach out and try to look into knowing who they are, and possibly, if it's an option, getting to create a bond with them, or, you know, establishing that connection. I do want to ask you, since you are 18, you are of age to do stuff on your own, but you are still living with your parents, correct? I do want to know, how do they feel about you going to seek out who your birth parents are?
So I've spoken to him about it very briefly. My dad is more for it than my mom is. I think she feels like I'm trying to replace her or that I won't love her the same if I find my other parents, which isn't the case at all. I just like she's always gonna be my mom. She raised me. She loved me. She did everything for me. So she'll always be my mom. I don't want her to feel like I don't want to hurt her feelings or anything. And also, they're a little afraid that of me finding my birth parents, it may negatively influence me or just bring me back to a bad space in my life, and they don't want that for me.
Understand. My next question would be is, have you tried any options? Like, have you not options? What are the steps you're going to take to seek them out?
So I was thinking maybe ancestry.com. Maybe I
Okay.
can start there, and from there I can get like with my blood, I can get like a little family tree and kind of work my way up from there.
Okay.
I also been
Well,
thinking about asking my mom to see the adoption record for me, the adoption papers, but I'm not sure how that conversation is gonna go. So I've been holding off on that one.
okay. Well, I do think, first things first, I do think possibly seeking out ancestry.com is would be a perfect first step for you to do. Ancestry.com is, I've known people who have used that and been able to connect to relatives or someone in relation to their blood. So, but one thing I do want you to do first, I do want to want you to let your parents know, and reach out to them and let them know, like, hey, you thinking of using ancestry.com and you may be in linkage to other relatives who may be related to you. And next thing coming forward during our next session, I do think if you would be comfortable doing that, is bring your mom in and we could talk about you wanting to seek out and ask her and how to go about that conversation. You could do it in front of me and I could help you maneuver how to ask your mom and maneuver how the conversation goes. Okay.
Take off in front of you would be better, just so she can understand from a professional point of view.
Yeah, I'm here for you. So I understand. And, I'm here to do this process with you. And I know it's going to be tough. And, this is something that you're doing that's very bold of you and takes a lot of courage. So I definitely do think, having that support from your mom and your dad and even for me could help you along the way. Okay. All right. Do you have any more questions, Q? Okay. All right. So I will see you on our next session and I hope you have a good one. Okay.
Okay, thank you. You too, Miss Camille.
Okay. All right.